And welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about some spottings that have been taking place. And I wanted to share these with you and certainly get your opinions. And there is so much great info that comes in the comments. Also some trolls. Freaking hate you guys.
You're gonna die, clown!
But the rest of you that share great information and help me learn along the way, I appreciate you tremendously. And I received a message from a subscriber that raises a lot of questions. All right, so let's jump right in. Let me show you what I got here. So I had this subscriber, Shelby_Mo 5.2. First, thank you very much for sending this to me. He sends pictures the last few days of Challengers, the 2023 Body Style Challengers, rolling around Michigan. And of course, his question is, looks like the Challenger might be returned. Cruising around Michigan. I don't believe they would bring this thing back. I don't see that happening, but they also were very vague when they ended production. They were clear that the Charger was gone forever in its current version, but they didn't and weren't clear about what was going to take place with the Challenger. And now, cruising around Michigan is a whole bunch of different versions of the Challengers. And what I found here, these are two Demon 170s. These are with, what he shared, manufacturer plates. This looks like it could be an RT with manufacturer plates. So what are the Challengers doing out on the road? Demon 170s. Thought these were all sold. Why would they have multiple of them cruising around Michigan? Well, unless they plan to bring them back and they're doing testing, or they're bringing that 426 out in these things as a return to market, or they're testing stage kits or trying to figure out the issues with these engines, possibly. But then that wouldn't explain why this guy is cruising around out there. I would love your opinion on what you think is happening. Do you think they're going to just bring back the Challenger? I mean, that would be wise. If they brought back the Charger with the six-pack and in the current body style, the current Daytona body style, if they brought that thing back in a six-pack, and then that was an option, but then let's say they brought back the Challengers with a all-new V8 engine option, I mean, that would be a pretty awesome lineup for those who absolutely got to have the V8 muscle car like myself. Could go and jump into a brand new Challenger, or go get yourself that six-pack, or get yourself that EV Abomination and enjoy yourself. That would be at least some options that could help round out Dodge's offerings, but who knows? But here's what I do know, is we now have posts you may have seen out there of this gentleman, Vlad, who saw the what appears to be a six-pack. Now, there's been a lot of speculation. Is this one of the V8s? Could this be a V8 that's in this thing? But I would say no. This is got to be the six-pack, most likely the HO version, but we don't know because there is no badging on it. But this gives you a good feel for what this thing looks like in a cleaned-up version. Got some other pictures I'll share with you here. And you can see these are much better pictures than I showed in a video a few weeks ago, and I think it looks a lot nicer than those pictures. I don't know if they've made any changes, but you certainly have that large hump in the hood where they had to stick that six-pack, and no more R-Wing because that's only on the EV, and I thought that would take away from the looks of the car, and while it does a little bit, the thing still looks pretty good. And if there's a V8 in there, that would be awesome. But what if they bring the V8 back in a Challenger and keep this thing with its six, because the V8 might be a little tight in there? Who knows? So I'm just throwing ideas out there. But what we know for sure is this thing's out on the road in Ontario, is where he said he saw it. We've got a few more pictures here I'll share with you. Right there, the side profile. And this thing looks nice. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm sure some of you will tear it apart in the comments. which to each their own. But I think getting this thing on the market with that twin turbo i6, albeit potentially going to be problem ridden at first, could at least give us some light at the end of the tunnel as they head towards hopefully bringing us back a V8 version of whether it be this thing or who knows, a Challenger. I just can't imagine they'd bring back the old version of the Challenger. How do you beat that thing? I mean, they put it on the market and it sells. I mean, it's just how easy that thing is. And it could shore up a lot of their financials to get something that they can easily put back into production, get on the market, throw a newer V8 in it, and get their stock price squared away. So here is, I think that's the same picture I showed you all. So that is looks like the twin turbo i6. Don't know if it's the HO version or the standard, but nonetheless, tell me what you think in the comments below. I think this thing looks acceptable. It looks nice. Do I want the twin turbo i6? Probably not. Not sure I'd be able to trade my Scat Pack in for this thing, but I would definitely like to see what pricing is when it finally hits the market, because if they don't overprice it, I think there's a good chance this thing's going to sell, most certainly sell a lot better than that Daytona Abomination electric thing. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. Do you think that Challenger's coming back? Why do you think they're driving two Demon 170s and looks like maybe an RT or even a GT or SXT or something? Why are they driving those things around Michigan right now? And this guy is sending me pictures last few days. I'm sure he's going to see more. What are these Challengers doing back out on the road? They were discontinued.
So to mark the end of that legendary chapter in muscle car history, each of the Brampton-built Dodges will get a special plaque in the engine compartment designated as the end of that era.
They're gone. Now it's going on 2 years that they've been gone, so why would they be driving them around? Are they testing them for something? Are they testing drivetrains? Are they testing a V8 possibly to maybe move into this Charger? Who knows? I'd love your ideas, your thoughts on this. So please comment below and like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
We've never fallen quiet, gone soft, or been domesticated.